All right, welcome to today's webinar for TeamWorks. The presentation for today is all about project service managers and a day in the life of a project service manager. If you haven't ever joined us before on one of our TeamWorks webinars, welcome. We do these once a month, and they're just designed to discuss some of the things that can help in the day-to-day operations with different types of service managers, industries, et cetera, that digitizing your processes can help your business. So before we get into it, I would like to go over a little bit of housekeeping items with you all. And let's jump to the next screen here. And okay, here we go. So just to let you know, this is a recorded event. We do put this on our website as well as our YouTube channel after we are finished with it, usually the same day or next day. We do encourage people to submit your questions while we are doing this presentation through either the question and answer feature on Zoom or through the chat feature. I will be monitoring both, and then when we get to the question and answer portion of the webinar, we'll go ahead and address any of those questions that you guys may have. And now I would like to introduce myself. My name is Scott Englert. I am the director of, the director of marketing operations here at Axsoft, and I'm pleased to present today's speaker, which is Camilo Borjiquez, and he is the sales account manager for Axsoft. He's been with us for 6 years now, which is awesome. I've been with Camilo the whole 6 years, and it's been great working with him. And one fun fact about him that I'd love to talk with him about is he is an avid reader of nonfiction and loves true crime podcasts, which I also enjoy. So it's pretty cool. So maybe talk with us about some of your favorite stuff that you like to go through.
Oh, yes. Good afternoon, everyone. Yes, my name is Camilo Borges. As Scott said, been with the company for over 6 years, and that is true. I do love the true crime field, to be honest with you. I think, in my opinion, is the seek of mystery. The what is the true reason of some mysteries, and that's why I like nonfiction, to know more about facts and topics that I really enjoy. But true crime I think it's one of my latest passions to listen podcasts. So it takes my mind of my present life or reality, and just make me think about other options, other situations that are out there. So that's why I love this type of podcast. Who knows? Maybe next year, 10 years from now, it's going to be different. But at this point of my life, yeah, this is one thing that I really enjoy.
Yeah, definitely. That's awesome. That's also why I enjoy it. I did like you said, it kind of can unplug from the rest of the world and sort of look at things in a different view and trying to figure it out. Try and uh, discover things. One of the things I love about the true crime is trying my best to figure out the conclusion before they tell me in the book or the show that I'm watching or whatever it may be. So I feel like that's exactly what you're talking about with seeking the truth there. So very cool, very cool. All right, well, let's hop right into it. We're going to talk today about project service managers and the day in the life. So I will hand it over to you, Camilo, and you go right for it.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Scott, for the introduction and for sharing that part of my life. If you guys have more questions, yeah, please let us know in the chat. If you're listening this live, yeah, feel free to use the chat. Or if you're listening to this on a recorded session, again, feel free to contact us here or visit our website, axsoft.com, for more information. Now, just to jump into the topic of today, day in a life or a job, service manager or product manager, managers in general. to be honest with you. And what we're going to do is we're going to discuss a little bit about day-to-day activities, weekly activities, as well as challenges. And also we're going to be discussing information about how to tackle these situations. Now, as you can see, the first slide is related to day-to-day activities and specifically challenges that are related to daily activities. Now, I'm talking about managers in general, service managers specifically that are looking for implement a new way to operate, be more efficient, to be honest, and truly efficient, making your human resources or your current resources more effective with technology. Now, to start with, we have a couple activities that a manager will encounter daily, at least once a week or a month. So my recommendation to you guys is to look at this first section as symptoms. If you notice that there is something that you recognize your company is experiencing, look at it as a symptom. It's like a living organism. Your company is like a living body that is going to tell you, is going to speak to you about where it needs to be more attention to it. So let's start with some activities. Some of them are basically a manager will be incurring, receiving new project details and efficiently assigning these to employees or techs. Also very common is to have managers plan out projects details sometimes, and believe it or not, we still have companies that are using manual formats, paperwork, postings, whiteboards, you name it. Also, there are challenges related to these activities, not knowing the availability for your employees, not being able to locate where your employees are for safety and accountability is really important for a manager. Also, and I think one of the most important challenges for managers nowadays is communication. Communicating effectively, it's a signature of good leadership. So if you know how to communicate the task or the information that your employee or field employee needs, is going to be crucial to have success. Now, we also have other activities or daily challenges. For example, completing time-consuming documents that's linked to paper, also performing manual data. Now, this is going to be a hazard when you have handwriting incorporated on your paperwork. We all know that not everybody has a great handwriting, so it's better to have this as a uniform way so you can collect data. If you don't understand the handwriting from one of your employees, it's going to cause delays in the cycle of this project. And as you can see, this is one of the challenges that most managers show is that they're not able to track the cycle and ensuring that projects remain on time and more importantly on budget. And also all of these that we have mentioned is going to have a consequence, not having enough data to make informed decisions. So this is only daily activity that some managers encounter. Again, this is maybe you're not experiencing this, but if you see a couple of them, those are symptoms that will tell you that your company needs a tool in order to tackle this situation. It might be a human resource or a technology that you will need in order to tackle again this. Now, some weekly responsibilities that managers will find are basically related to frustrations. If we take into the consideration what we just went through the daily activity. Now, frustrations for managers are unfortunately common ground. Our purpose is to provide peace of mind. We don't want managers showing this type of frustrations, such as not being able to complete the project cycle on time because there is incomplete information received by the field, which is causing delays, not even being able to hold accountable your employees because you don't know where they at, right? There are so many administrative processes involved when these type of situations are in place. And that at the end is going to hold your account and your company to grow. Not having flexibility, being able to adapt to current market conditions is imperative for any company. So these are a few weekly frustrations that managers may encounter. Again, these are symptoms that your company is going to be showing you as a manager, as the owner of the company, so you can take action and don't let this to grow in the end. Because 5 years from now, 10 years from now, you need to be ready from now. The decisions you make today are going to affect your tomorrow results. So again, let's go here, continue with our presentation. Now, some of the issues or custom issues that we see with managers, specifically service managers, are when they need to replace or they unexpectedly they are employees are absent or unavailable. This is very cumbersome for managers nowadays. Also, ensuring that customer and stakeholder satisfaction remains high is key in order to have more profits at the end of the year. Having happy customers, it should be the main goal, because that conveys that there is a process behind this goal. We're going to talk about a little bit about that later on, but I just wanted to express that there are a lot of managers out there with showing this type of issues, problems, or situations within the company, and this is going to create stress and burnout. We don't want that. We need our managers, our workforce to be happy with the tools they have, with the work, and this is a way that we can help them out. Now, let's continue with the must-haves. These are 5 key points that I found that are important on any manager out there. Now, the first one is goal-oriented, very important. However, behind setting a goal is more important to have a process behind, because yes, you must need to know what you need to achieve, but you need to know how you're going to achieve it. So anytime that you, as a manager, as a company, have a oriented goal, you need to have a process behind. So it's more streamlined to achieve. Now, strategic. You as a manager or owner of the company, this is a key point. Management is about committing to strategy. You need to make tough decisions, right? But you need tools in order to corroborate that information so you can make those decisions. The third one is understanding, being empathetic, either with the situation that you come across, a problem or client, co-workers, other managers, other teams. You also need to be empathetic about clients, customers, what they need. And the reason behind of this is because once you understand this point, it's going to be easier for you to provide solutions, right? I'm not saying that you need to be sympathetic. You don't need to agree with everything, simply to understand where is this coming from, either situation or problem with a coworker or customer. Now, communicative, as I mentioned before, communication is key in any role within the company. Managers need to be very, very creative and precise on how they communicate the tasks or whichever information is needed for your field employees. So being an effective a person that communicates ideas, information is crucial. And at the end, organize. Of course, we all have different levels of organization. Not everybody is the same. So it's very important to have some level of organization, able to, even if for you, if you're not present or if you're not there at that day, other person will be able to see what you've been doing, what it needs to be done, and what are the goals. So for that, we need to be very organized. These are the must-haves for managers in general, I will say, but for anybody within the company with a leadership role should have at least some of them. But if you don't have all of them, well, don't worry, that's when the role of automation and digital transformation comes in. 100 years ago, we only have people working in factories. Nowadays, we have people working as well as softwares. Software is also replacing some of the activities that were mundane for employees, and they are making more efficient. How? You might ask. Well, very simple. We are making with technology an easy way to dispatch or to communicate with employees in order to dispatch new tasks to them. So we can also have technology to help with timekeeping, so they can go to the location, clock in, clock out remotely. We can also have safety with employees, so we can track the safety, we can know where they at, we can track the vehicles, we can track the asset and manage and optimize investments. We also have the option here to capture uh, data from the field, you name it, pictures, lists, checklists, anything that you need in order to provide more customer satisfaction. Technology is going to be a friend of yours. Also, we're going to minimize the duplicate manual data entry. You know, when we have paper, when we're not very organized, when we're missing 2 or 3 of the must-haves, duplicates are going to be very common. So technology might be scary, change might be scary, but in order to grow, we need to put ourselves out of our comfort zone. So don't be scared about technology, utilize it, uh, leverage what the technology can offer you, especially for managers that need this in order to be more efficient. Again, efficiency means to be more effective. Utilize your human resources in a way that they haven't been used before, so you can put more digits bottom line at the end of the year. Now, here is where Teamworks, which is powered by Axop, comes in. Axop, it's been in the business of IoT for over 25 years. We are pioneers in this technology. And as you can see, based on that experience, we know that having a single pane of glass solution will be of an enormous help for company owners, for managers, and for the company itself. So you'll have at your disposition tools that are useful to make your company more profitable, having more time for your back staff to dispatch tasks, having your field employees the tool to collect signatures, payments from the field, so you be more efficient. You don't need to be worried about overtime with timekeeping. GPS tracking, asset tracking will give you the peace of mind that your employees are safe because you know where they at. And in emergencies, you know which vehicle or asset is closer to what is needed. And of course, we have mobile payment and intra-company messaging. Mobile payments it's a relief for companies that are looking to streamline to make the process easier from the start, from when the company calls, when the customer calls for the first time until the end of the process, the project cycle when the payment is taken. So very important, Teamworks is our flagship platform, and based on my experience, the most complete and easy to manage. Why? Because as I mentioned before, we have over 25 years experience. We found out that there are core features that are going to make your business more efficient and profitable. Some of these features will include timekeeping, wireless form, job dispatching, GPS tracking. But if you look at the screen, you're going to see how easy it is to read this information. We partner with Google Maps. We use a type of font that is going to be easier. If your employees know how to send a message, how to write an email, how to browse through social media, this is not going to be any strange for them. So of course, there's going to be a learning curve as anything in life, but we strive, we work hard in order to make this process easier for our clients and managers, of course, which are the ones that are going to benefit the most. Now, with all these tools, the end goal is to boost productivity and profits. That's the end goal. How? It's very simple. We are easy to launch, we are easy to use, and easy to customize. What it means in bottom line is that you don't need to know how to write code. You don't need to know software in order to make these softwares yours. It's going to grow with your company. We have clients using or partners using Teamworks with 2, 3, 4 users, vehicles, and top clients are using this very same software for over with thousands of licenses. So it's going to grow with you. So that peace of mind that 5 years from now, 10 years from now, you'll have a software that is also growing with your company. As you can see, you also have the integration which is crucial to communicate again with other softwares. As I mentioned before, 100 years ago, we had only people working on factories. Nowadays, we have softwares. For example, there are softwares out there for payroll, for accounting. We make this communication easy so we can push data over those softwares or they can send us data so we can integrate. And as I mentioned before, we're easy to scale. There is no question about it. Now, as you can see, these are one of the key features that most service managers use. Again, this is based on our experience, 25 years in the market. Mostly GPS tracking, job dispatching, mobile timekeeping are the core or our software. Wireless forms, messaging. It's an excellent way to communicate information back and forward with the field employees and the staff in the company. And also, as I mentioned before, accountability and safety for your employees with fleet management, asset inventory management, and mobile payment for customer service. You know, having happy customers means more money at the end of the year. I'm going to share a couple cases. I'm not going to read through the text. However, simply wanted to share what's happening with some of these customers. In this case, we have a construction client that wanted to coordinate the project process. So what they did in this case was to use a couple tools. They use wireless forms to collect and approve the necessary checklist. The service manager was able to approve these safety and compliance processes easy using our wireless forms. Also, the service manager in construction was able to monitor vehicle and equipment using GPS tracking, and more importantly, he was able to locate employees in their location, job locations when it was needed. So as I mentioned before, managers will use this data in order to make more informed decisions. That's very important for any project manager. Another case is more electrical field-based employees. Most electrical companies, plumbing, will use a couple of techs or multiple electricians in this case in order to complete one project. So it was very important for this client to use mobile timekeeping, first of all, in order to make sure that the employee was at location and had more time to complete that job. They need to go to the office in order to get the paper and then head to the customer's location. Now with timekeeping, they can go straight to the location. The manager will route the task or dispatch the job assignment over the technicians, and they can go straight to the location and start working. Now there is also intercompany messaging that this electrical company took advantage. It's again because they have several electricians working on one project. So this is just a couple cases that you can appreciate on our website, axoff.com. You can also find plenty of other use cases in different industries that you can gain an idea about what is that they're doing with our software that is causing so much success on their end. Now, one of the features that I like to share with my partners the most is concierge level. Yes, there are other softwares out there with similar capabilities or trying to do the same that we've been doing for over 20 years. However, in my opinion, our strength is going to be the team behind the software. Yes, you have a software that is robust enough to grow with you. But again, we have a team that is going to be assisting you, give you concierge level that is going to help you to achieve that ROI that you need in order to be more profitable. Why not taking uh, Teamworks as your friend and as your assistant, personal assistant in your company and for your managers in order to make more money at the end of the year. Our goal with Teamworks is to have your same employees, technicians to complete more jobs per day, per week, which is going to add up at the end. So one example of the concierge level that we offer, it's free API integrations with up to $18,000 annually of professional services or managed services. This is very, very enticing for anybody that is looking, managers that are looking to customize, to integrate again with other softwares, you name it, ADP, Kronos, or QuickBooks for accounting. So we have the experience, we have a team dedicated for this type of API integrations to take advantage. Give us a call, send us any information of what you need, and we'll start working with you. Now, this part, it's one of my favorite ones, but I'm going to let Scott to let you know more about the 14 days free trial that you can get from us.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Camilo. So fantastic information that you just shared with us throughout here, and we did just want to let everybody know about promotion that we do have going on right now, which is this 14 days free trial with Teamworks. And one of the best things about it is it's not a watered down version or a light version of the software. It is the real deal, the full on every feature that Camilo just described in his presentation is available to you. Also, the onboarding, we go through and we have a team that takes you through, figures out exactly how to onboard, you best for your company and the features that are going to work best for you. And we set all that up with you, and then you have 14 days to give it a try, see how it affects your business. And like Camille said, just our main goal really for most of our clients is trying to get quicker and being able to do more jobs per day. If you can do that, then you can easily see the ROI in something like this, and make a lot more money throughout the year, if you're able to increase your job output on a daily basis. So definitely encourage anybody that is interested to go to our website at axoff.com. There's a banner up at the top that says get started for free, or you can go to the link that's on the page here of axoff.com/try Teamworks for free. You can go there and you just fill out a simple form and we get in touch with you and you're on your way. So yeah, absolutely. We are now to the question portion of our webinar here. So I am going to take a look and see. I've actually been monitoring it. So I do have one question that we'd like to go through here for you, Camilo, if you don't mind. So somebody asked, what stages of a project cycle can Teamworks help with? So from a project
Mm.
cycle standpoint, how can it help out?
Oh, that's a great question, Scott. With I would say with everything, uh, it will start working since the day the customer calls in. So when the new customer, or let's be real, our most of the calls are going to be from current customers. Maintenance for field employees or field companies, electricians are going to be huge. So it's going to start with the call. Then it's going to allow the employees to clock in, clock out from the customer's location, so allow them more time to work on that project. It also going to dispatch everything that they need in order to complete the job. the person in charge, the manager, is going to dispatch this information over the technicians or employees in the field. It's also going to send messages about what is needed. In addition, the software also provides status updates about the cycle of the project. So you're going to be in the know. You're also going to be able to take payments. You're going to be able to track vehicles. And at the end, as already mentioned, payment is going to be the last part of that cycle. So in my opinion, Scott, it will be linked to all steps in the project cycle. And that is ideal, to be honest with you, because again, Teamworks is going to be your personal assistant. It's going to be the air traffic control tower that is going to allow you as a manager or as an account or owner to see what is happening with your employees projects with a 360 view. So I feel that is going to be involved in all project cycle on any projects, Scott.
Yeah, definitely agree. And one of the things that we often talk about with Teamworks is that, you know, it's an all-in-one solution. And what that really means is, you know, there's a lot of other solutions out there that they just focus on wireless forms or dispatching or, you know, and to have all that in one software piece that all works together seamlessly. It's all integrated. It really does help with all of that project cycle and, you know, from start to end, and really puts it all together. So absolutely, that's a great answer and a great question. So thank you. All right, well, that's actually all we had for the question side of things. So just wanted to oh, I'm sorry. We need to jump forward a couple of yeah, there we go. So that was a question portion, and I just wanted to take the time to thank everybody for joining us today on the webinar. Definitely wanted to thank you, Camille, for all of the great information that you shared with us. That is really fantastic, and I actually learned a few things myself. So great job. And again, if anybody is interested in reaching out to us with any more questions that you may have, or, you know, information that you would like to know, you can go to the website here, or you can reach out to us through our 1-800 line, and we'll be happy to answer anything for you or get you started with that free trial. So thank you all so much, and we will see you next time.
Thank you, Scott. Bye.
Thanks. Bye-bye.